little bird got a name. You call it sparrow. Drop of water got a name. You call it rain. He is a man, but it's slain. You call him. You have seen his face. Don't you know his name?
All the gals are 5 to 6 months gone. Those are the bucks. So you got yourself proved breeding stock. $3,500 for the whole couple. Make yourself a pretty penny down in New Orleans.
When your fields come up wide, you call that cotton. When the furrows grow green, call it sugar cane. He works your fields till he's old and weary, till his boys call him. Don't you know his name? Without no name, it's a long, hard journey. Without no name, got no soul to say. When it's dead and gone, who will remember? Without no name to mark his grave. Water in a pail, silver sweet rain water, little sparrow in a cage, sparrow just the same, but a man in chains. You can't call him nothing. Oh, but when his chains be gone, when his soul be his, when he know that he is free, then you'll know his name. 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 Oh, yes, you
Hell, it's Luke. Damn, it haven't cost me 4 bits. Just come on, boy, we're gonna take you home. On your runaway donkey, Mr. Stillwell. Running the wrong way, right back to the old plantation.
I'll go tell Mr. Stillwell you're back. He'll be so proud and pleased.
When I got to the river ford across from Cincinnati, he told me he didn't want 4 horses. Couldn't use but 3. And they gave me $350. So I took the roan down to the stable near the racetrack, and I sold it for $200. And that's $50 more than the master expected. And here, master, are the receipt for the 2 sales.
You let a darky bargain for it? Luke, your mission was splendidly accomplished. Send a nigger north.
Damn, Lou. I thought you was hauling ass up there near Canada by now.
And leave my Esther down here by herself with a man talk sweet as you do? Where's Ginger?
Cut her leg.
Bad?
Think more about them damn horses than you do about me. You want some money back from Ohio, Lou?
Yes, Jericho. $550.
I'm sure coming to meet tonight. Want to find out how come a man by his own self walked from Freedom Land back into Kentucky.
And why should I run? The master's going to give me my freedom.
Zach, you come here to me.
Very good to see you, Dad.
How old is the colt?
Going on 2 years.
How old?
About 13 months.
How old does he have to be before you ride him?
Most 2, I reckon.
You get on him too soon, you break him down for all his life.
It ain't ours no how. Belongs to the master.
You think the horse care about who he belongs to when you hurt his back? He wants to be strong just like you do. Your daddy raised good, strong horses for the master. Earned him a heap of money.
In a little while, your daddy will be free and gone.
Take me with you, Daddy.
No, son. Not yet. You see, you and your mama and the rest of the children have got to stay here with Master Stillwell till Daddy can make enough money to buy you.
I run after you, Dad.
No. Now, none of that. You run after me, and Master Stillwell won't let me buy you or your mama or any of the children. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You know, Zacharias, I've seen little black children up there just like you. Going to school, wearing shoes, books, learning to read and write and figure. And all like that. Well, now.
Take your pick of my stables, half dozen horses. Horses? The demand is for darkies. We have some household silver. Tell you what, Mr. Stillwell, I expected you to be short. Kind of counted on it even. Mighty fine wine. I'm tired of driving a wagon all over the South. How about you and me being partners? We'll raise blacks here instead of stock. I'll tear up all your notes to me. And I'll put $5,000 into the Stillwell Holland Breeding Company. Me? A black baby's worth $200 with its first breath. I will not even discuss it.
I'm so glad you're back. All them children fixing to run off and join you in Ohio. If you had been back by this evening, wouldn't have been there one of them left, not even the baby. I better fix you some breakfast. Don't reckon you stopped to eat.
The master, he gave me this $5 to buy y'all some presents. I ain't spent a penny. It's the first money for your freedom.
They say there's a heap of hungry black folks in Ohio.
Some. But the man at the stable told me a man no horse as good as I do wouldn't have any trouble getting a job pay enough to set aside some every week.
Well, did he offer you a job?
No, but how could he offer me a job until I'm free to take it? Besides, Esther, I don't think you're going to ever believe it until you strutting down the streets of Cincinnati and everybody calling you Mrs.
Kept asking myself if I hoped you'd stay there. Been thinking all these days of my Luke up there in the promised land.
This is going right in here.
No, that ain't big enough. Mm-mm. There's a whole lot of us, Luke.
There's a whole lot of me, Esther. Now, I don't want you to think that I went all the way up to Ohio and didn't bring back something for you, knowing how a woman loves a little present. But you got to shut your eyes.
What'd you bring?
You'll see. Shut your eyes. Put out your hand. I brought you. I brought you a little bit of Ohio. Go on. Hold it close to your face. Breathe deep. Get your first whiff of freedom, lad.
We'd be good to the blacks. Once you give us 15 young'uns, we'd give her freedom. Why, a place this size, you could run 100 wenches here. We could plow up these pastures and let the bucks raise their own corn and tobacco. Raise their own fat back, make their own molasses, feed themselves. We'd have produce left over to sell. You can keep a few horses, ride around the place. I'd take care of all the breeding. Niggers is a business, Mr. S.
Your proposition is out of the question, Holland.
Well, then, come up with one that ain't. Fact is, this is my last trip. Married me a wife down in Virginia. Pretty little thing. I'm going to settle down with her. Breed blacks. Make her a lady. Tired of people wiping their feet on me because I do all the dirty work. I want to be a master, too. Can't carry any longer. Got to carry myself and my wife. Partners, Mr. S. Or the money due me. If you haven't got the cash, I'll take it out in blacks. Now, that boy that come back from Ohio, I'll take
You
him.
heard what we said. I promised him his freedom.
He's not yours to free. I got a chattel on all your chattels.
Oh, Lord. Yes. I was up in the promised land of Ohio, and in the weakness of my flesh, I was troubled. Because I was tempted, like old Jonah, to turn my back on my people down here in bondage. I was tempted to take the master's money and make good my escape. I didn't want to come back down here, Lord, but you made me come back. You took my feet and you turned them around. You told me Master Stillwell was a good master. You told me he was a kind master. You told me he was a Christian master. And the good books say a servant obey your master. So I turned my feet round, Lord, and I come back down in Egypt land. For not my will, Lord, but thy will be done. Now, Lord, I want you to go with Master Stillwell. I want you to bless him tonight, Lord. I want you to make him a shining light and an example to all other slave masters in this land. You must tell them, oh Father, to harden not their hearts. I want you to tell them, like you told Moses to tell old Pharaoh, like you told Master Stillwell himself, to let your people go.
Perhaps with the silver.
He won't take them, Martha.
But we promised each other we'd never sell a slave to the South. You remember that?
Martha, I do not intend to let our son come home and find that I've let them take Stillwell Farms away from him.
Let our son inherit only our honor.
Martha, Holland has me in his hands. A new breed of man is taking over the plantation.
They're Christians, Arthur. We'll never be forgiven. God instruct his heart.
Why don't you ask God to instruct the heart of the Christian church? Then we might be able to do something about this wretched business.
Evening, Master.
No, don't get up. Don't get up.
Have a seat, Master.
No, thank you. When I was a boy, my father told me that one day the black man would be free.
Yes.
And we had a duty to prepare him for freedom.
Yes.
That's why no slave has ever been sold off this plantation.
Amen.
Until today. Today I've been forced to sacrifice 2 of you to keep all of you from being sold. Luke, you and Jericho have been claimed by Mr. Collins.
You done what?
I'm sorry, Luke.
Luke, you get your things and run.
Yeah, we got old Master here. We keep him here. You all keep him here while me and Luke put some miles between us in this place.
Jericho, look outside.
Patrollers.
Colin called them in as soon as you were signed over to him.
They got a damn army out there.
Luke, you said, I trust you. Take these horses up into Ohio and bring me back the money. And then I'll make you free. But God is my judge, Master. That's what you said.
And that's what I meant.
And I turned my back on freedom, walked back into slavery, back into hell, because you trusted me, and I trusted you. And now you tell me I'm sold.
I'm as helpless as you are.
But you ain't sold, Master. Say something about that.
There's nothing I can't say.
But there's got to be something you can say, Master. I come back. If there's nothing to be said, Master, then go. Lord, what have I done wrong?
Come on, Luke. Let's burn down this damn barn.
Jericho. What do you think happened to the brothers and sisters we leave behind if we burn these horses? I tell you, God works in his own time. I'm played out, waiting on your God's time. never going to see my children again.
Damn, man. Shout, tough, moan, do something. Never saw no sense in you coming back here no more.
Esther, put down your iron and come and sit by me.
Only make it worse. Your flannels in there. Your old shirts in one corner. But what's the use? They take it all from you anyhow.
Esther, come and sit down. You know what keeps running
I
through
know I'm tired when you tell me about the Lord. Your God ain't got no magic worth nothing.
You got to promise me one thing. You got to forgive the missus. Not in your heart, but in your face. And don't give her them hard looks, make it so miserable for her she'll have to sell you and the children off. You stay in the kitchen. Pick up news about where the river's guarded and where it ain't. And when my boys get big enough, you tell them I said to run. And keep on running till they come to freedom. You know, when I really see the Lord, Esther, every time I look at you, so strong, so beautiful, so giving to everybody, makes me know there's something for the black man beside bondage.
Oh, and get yourself some sleep. I gotta get things ready. Go fix you a nice breakfast. Don't know when you're gonna get another one. I'll wake you first dawn. Get yourself some sleep now, so you can face the morning.
I ain't gonna be wanting no breakfast in the morning, as much as I want you to be with me tonight, for the last time. I'll get to you, Esther, and the children somehow. I'll find you wherever you're at. Ain't nothing gonna keep me from coming to.
You know, Luke. You know we ain't gonna never see each other again. You know it's true. Never, Lord. Never. And I just can't stand it. I just can't stand it.
to the Lord. Oh my, the days are passing. Oh my, they come and go. Oh my, on another morning, closer to the Jubilee.
Glad I'm leaving. This place is worse than Mississippi.
The Jubilee.
I've been reading about that fire door, Mississippi.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 3 top-quality blue gum bucks. The best field hands you'll ever see. Here's a real good investment deal for someone who wants the most work for his money. All 3 of them from the Mississippi Delta from Bachelor's Bend for the work 'em hard and long. Come on, niggers, show 'em how you can make your muscles move. Quiet, gal. Sale's about to begin. Turn around, boy. Turn around. Now jump. Jump. Stand up and show yourself. Don't be afraid. Nothing will happen to you here. Ladies and gentlemen, this 16-year-old, guaranteed clean and untouched. She's spent a year out in the world. Good seamstress, too. Convent bred. Financial difficulties caused the same. $600. $600. Thank you. Come now, gentlemen. Don't let her tears concern you.
$850, one bid.
Beginning the sale with a fine buy, Mr. McKay. $850. Anyone else? $850 once. $850 twice, and sold, Captain McKay. Captain McKay, you wouldn't by any chance be interested in the mother of the girl, would you, sir?
No.
How dare you tear that mother and daughter apart?
That troubles you, madam. You can easily remedy the situation.
I? How?
I would permit you to buy both of them.
I do not buy human beings.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take a close look at my next offering here. 2 boys, 9 years old.
The people are very jealous of their trade at market. Their criticism poorly. You'll be safer here.
So they can't hear me speak of Africans as human beings. We in the North...
I am also from the North, from Boston. My father's an abolitionist preacher there still. Very long on scruples. Very short on money.
How can a man with your background engage in this evil?
I play a game with the species, the times, and myself. I mean to win. The only way for me to keep this rotted existence of ours from turning me like a screw into its rotted wood is to turn the screw myself.
You must be a very hard master.
I believe a slave has a right to know where he stands. As a child does. Not that he is a child.
And to complete the contradiction, I suppose you like darkies.
Most of them better than I do whites. Some of them very much indeed.
Your conscience is troubling you, sir.
Whose is not? The only question is whether to permit it to make a fool of you. As, for instance, to buy 2 slaves when you need only one.
From the sweet and gentle state of Kentucky...
Darky on the block interests me. If you'll excuse me, you'll enjoy the market more from here.
Don't you worry, I'll get myself sold with you one way or another.
That's strong, nigger. Brought directly from Kentucky. Been a foreman on a Kentucky horse farm all his live long life. He's in perfect health, fine disposition, never been beaten. And we're going to open the bidding at $550. $700. Thank you, monsieur. Come now, ladies and gentlemen. The finest product of Kentucky, brought directly, surely, $1,000. That's more like it. We have $1,000. Now, Mr. McKay.
11.
1,100? 1,100.
1,150.
Thank you, ma'am. 1,150. Is there 1,175? 1,175?
12.
$1,200. I got $1,200. $1,200. Anyone else? $1,200. 1,200 once. 1,200 twice. Anyone else? $1,200. $1,200. Nobody else? You all done? $1,200. Sold to Captain Nathan McKay for $1,200.
Masters and mistresses, here's your biggest bargain of the day. Sing, dance, obedient, chop cotton, happy, content to sew, cook, ride, turn up the tent, forward and backward. A master, nigga, master. I can see your mouths watering. What am I bid for me?
I bid $200.
Thank you, master. I'm all yours, sold in one day. Chop!
$210. I want him.
Oh, yes, $210. And what?
Then 5 cents. 10 cents.
Sold to Captain Nathan McKay of Titchaboo, Mississippi for $210.10.
My name is Jericho, master. Like the walls. You sure got yourself a bargain and look in here.
Never speak to me unless I give you permission. Never lift your eyes off the ground. I don't want to have to look into them. What's your name, darky?
Luke Stillwell, Master.
What have you done?
Had charge of Master Stillwell's horse farm.
Did you hear what I said to that? $210.10 darky next to me.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Diggs & Sons right proud to offer this next bargain. This handsome wench in the prime of life. She spent 20 years in the household of Mr. Barnwell Yancey, a gentleman well known for his distinguished taste. You saw the young beauty she bore. Diggs & Sons will guarantee...
Can you read?
The mistress taught me, Master.
She broke the law doing so. I suppose she gave you this Bible, too.
Yes, sir.
Taught you to read, gave you a Bible, and then sold you off. Here. I'm giving you a Bible, too. But I'll keep you.
Don't be startled, but that handsome mask with its back to us is alive.
Who's the new one?
I've finished running to the cabins every time you're in one of your nigger moods.
I mean the one who stared you in the face.
It was a darky, Luke.
Uh-huh. I like him. He has no fear of you.
What are you doing here? This is my room.
Help me, please. Please help me.
There's your help. You learn to drink a lot of it. I'm not your mother. I didn't bear you. I feel nothing for you. If you have the courage, kill yourself. I'll even give you the knife, but don't come in here.
Suki?
No, Master.
Lemon wafers, the kind you like.
Thank you, Master.
Ribbon. She's growing into a beautiful child. Teach her to read. She shows any gift I might send her to Paris. I may send you to accompany her. I brought some good news. And I feel like celebrating. The Weinstein gave me $75,000 to buy the Woodley plantation. Open the box. Took me morning to find them. The jeweler swears they once hung from the ears of Josephine Bonaparte. Who put them on? Makes me feel like Napoleon. Better. The strength of my good mood. The reason for it will interest you. Part of the money to extend my holdings is coming from Boston. My father's church's bank. Corruption doesn't amuse you. The salt and pepper of existence, Cass. You know what you and I ought to do? Take a trip to Boston. Together. Clear up my father's congregation. Thank them. Their dimes and quarters for the work of the Lord get deposited in the Colony Bank of Boston. And join with the dollars at the New Orleans Bank in underwriting Nathan McKay, whose darkies turn it into more money for the bank to give to the church to invest in missionaries for Africa. It's like a nursery rhyme. Now, you tell me one about morality.
I am black and comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
My Bible says black but comely.
But I am black and comely. Isn't that what you want me to feel, Nathan? I am black. Black as the African day.
Here!
I brought you some cornbread.
For God's sakes, miss.
Don't let noises around here spoil your
Black bastard! You all ain't getting off. You know he stole, and ain't one of you told me. Talk to me. Talk!
The missus brought us some cornbread,
Talk,
brothers.
I say! Talk! Who done it? Who stole that sack of meal? Who? You the one? Liar! You liar! You stole it, you black bastard. You stole that bag. You know he stole. Makes you as bad as him. You don't squeal, you don't get no meal. Nobody eat tonight!
Where the hell have you been?
I'm an African woman. Put me in a cabin with that black man.
You? In a cabin? Dressed like that? You're free to come and go on my plantation. More than can be said for my neighbors' wives. I'll even let you pick cotton. Well, you may find you drink too much rum for that. Black is a condition, not a color. You're not black. You're like a rich man envying the poor for their virtue. Besides, they wouldn't have you in the cabin, even if you could stand it. You know me damn well, Cass. Don't make any mistake. I'm even stubborner than you are. I have to be. I'm master. I'll be back in time to go to bed.
You sure you won't need these earrings, Master?
If you want to live in a cabin, you'd better be a good cotton picker. Be here when I get back. I don't sleep well without you anymore.
The renowned and retiring Mr. McKay all alone. My hot trailer flutters. Modesty forces me to presume it must be an accident finding you on my land.
I was riding over to ask you and Mr. Bennett for Sunday.
This is the time of day he spends at the slave quarters, as you well know, Mr. McKay.
I think I ought to caution you, Mrs. Bennett. There's a rumor going around town that you and I are carrying on a flirtation.
Now, isn't that the limit, the way people talk? It's only yesterday I started that rumor. My very best friend swore on the Holy Bible never to tell a living soul.
What are you after, Mr. Bennett? You're hoping your husband will challenge me to a duel so I can kill him for you? Maybe you forgot. I'm not a gentleman.
I never met a man like you. I can listen to you without having whipped cream clogging my ears.
You're, quite serious, aren't you?
The big lie Southern ladies shy and retiring. They just locked up mostly. So tiresome in this gallant South. Nothing do except daydream and spread rumors. There's Anita Bond. Beautiful little heifer about to be weaned. All alone with her mother. Would it please you to see it?
You're a troublemaker. No doubt you deserve to be rescued. Only trouble, Mrs. Bennett, I'm not your Galahad. I like things the way they are. Even intend on making them more so.
Only rescuing talk you hear is about blacks. You're Cassie, Mr. McKay. How does she feel about being rescued? Maybe you'll let me ask her. Meanwhile, not much to do except daydream and gossip. Mr. McKay, our visiting cousin from Providence, Rhode Island, Mr. Luther Perry.
Oh, I saw you at the slave market in New Orleans.
Ah, are you taking up permanent residence in Mississippi?
From Rhode Island.
I'll be sure to convey your message to Mr. Bennett about Sunday.
Carly, yeah, woman, yeah, King Carly, yeah, woman, yeah. Your back can't have no slack in the broken bed. Whoa, yeah, woman, yeah, son of burning man, yeah.
Damn, look, you picking that cotton like it belonged to you. My daddy told me, son, you're a slave and a backslider just about wiped the slate clean. Hey, you drivers! How come you give a good cotton picker like me a rotten-ass bag? Next time you do that, I'm gonna bolt you to the master. Now give me a good one. Give me a good bag. Damn you all! Half a day gone already. Your bags look like dried up titties. Now get some white milk in them. Move your asses. All righty. More rest. Lord, let Sunday hurry up. Amen.
Oh, don't touch it. Leave us alone, man. Pepper.
Oh, sir, right.
Where's Chuck?
Everybody pulls his weight on this plantation. Hell, ain't you no man? Can't you see she's near her time? Time is cotton picking time. Now move your ass, black boy. I'll move hers.
Leave me alone. You help me. You make it twice as hard for me. Pick Master's cotton. Force himself in me for his pleasure. Make him kill him. Peace, Lord. Take me to your bosom, Jesus. End this misery.
Can't help nobody around here, can you, black man?
What you want from me, miss?
Nothing. After Caesar gets his share of things around here, ain't nothing left. Should have left your Bible in Kentucky, black man.
You leave me alone.
Master says this is for you.
You fools, I'll have you flogged for this.
Letter off was 75 pounds.
You wait, Charlie. One of these days, we're gonna get to whoop her naked.
Yeah, we'll get to whoop her naked. She get what's coming to her at all times.
Fool! You fool, I'm the master's wench. I eat his food. I sleep in his bed. I don't need help from you. Don't try to be big nigger with me.
And now you with me, miss, because there ain't no such thing.
You black, you find out.
Good first day's work, boy. You'll be a bigger darky than Shadrach or Charlie once I get you broken in.
You put cotton in Cassie's bag, Master. We gotta give him a taste of Black Betty.
He's been a good picker his first day. Gonna let him off. But the slave who took the cotton knows better. Give her a taste. You don't have to lash her. Little practice for you on your way up the darky ladder.
Take it, black man. Give him his victory.
I am my brother's keeper. That's what the Bible says.
Don't make us suffer for this, Master. If you don't touch her, we won't get no sausages.
Touch it, damn it. Touch it, touch it, touch it.
Who do you think
we
want to eat? Don't fool with us. That's the master. You get blow up, man. Touch it.
I pick Master's cut. I won't be his slave.
Take what's coming to you. I won't.
Hold still. Couldn't come to now. They watch you around here like a hawk watch a chicken. Hell, we gotta get out of here. Slaves scared of you. Drivers out to get you. Master ain't gonna rest till he break you. We got to trust in God. He works in his own time, I tell you. You can stay here and wait on him as long as you want. The first chance I get, I'm gone. Jericho. 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 Jericho?
You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Lord, don't pray for me. Come by you. Don't leave alone. Have mercy, Lord. Have mercy. Have mercy. I'm following your will. Don't leave alone. Care for me. Pray the Lord to let me die.
No, you have to ask the Lord to help you. I call on the sisters around this bed of pain and affliction to join me in praying for this sister. Oh, Lord, Heavenly Father, these thy humble servants beseech you.
We need a doctor.
Got one of your tempers on. The first thing you know, both two of you.
Woman like you. You have nothing in common with those darkies.
Got a common master. Almost had the common whip.
Quoting the Bible at me. Give a darky a verse of scripture.
Almost lost your best hand in the height of the season.
Love song than a requiem. Maybe there's no difference.
Nathan, why don't you get yourself a white wife? Someone you can dress up and show up to your neighbors. Someone who will bear you.
Will you please make her understand that my having looked at her naked won't do her any permanent damage, but that whining will spoil her beauty? How can a black woman reach the age of 16?
I got to see the master. There's a woman needs a doctor bad.
Tell that doctor on my plantation we take care of ourselves.
A woman's baby won't come, master.
Tell him to get Julia. We don't lack for midwives here.
Got to have a doctor to cut it out of her.
Tell that Christian that all my property is in God's hands. He takes very good care of it for me. But if our brother here thinks he has more influence with the Lord than I have, tell him to call on him. And close the door. Close the door. I ordered him to close that door, not you.
I know you proud of this pretty little baby, Master. Favor you so much. It's like you just said to chew and spit around. Poor little mama died.
Should be worth $300 to the master.
Don't belong to the master. Belong to me.
She'll want to die worse than she wanted to live tonight. Then what do you tell her?
There's no need to fear. When your baby comes, pulling at your breast. So glad to be alive. You hardly think to rest, but when your baby's born a slave, her cradle is her grave. And all she'll ever know is the word man reads, what the black man sows. There ain't no place.
Please, wench. Drunk again.
Except for crying. No place, Lord. The earth is red. All the cotton's white. But my hands are black. Find me shiny. Take me back.
Well, little girl. I promised your mama it would never be with you like it was with her. So I guess that makes you my family, huh?
I sent my little girl to freedom. I drowned her in that swamp out there. When I was sold to McKay, he wouldn't buy my husband with me. I was 17, 2 months before my time. She was a beautiful baby. I drowned her with my own 2 hands. She'll never have to grow up to be like me.
Cassie, the baby's crying.
She'd be 10. My baby.
Pick her up, Cassie. It's cold on that ground. Thank you, Miss Julia, for bringing her out here. I'm going to name her after my wife back in Kentucky. Esther.
Lou, Master McKay said tell you you're going to work at the big house. The party comes Sunday. He's got his eye on you. Take care.
Disgust? They shall look so womanly, fired up. A promising prelude to some man-woman truth. Don't waste it on a mirror. Give it to me.
No.
You've been as uninspired as a what?
No.
What is that you want so? I haven't been able to do it in some time. I'd like to know how to bring it out.
Do that.
Ordering your master? I could also say no to you. And then you'd be in a hell of a state, high patron as you are.
I was with a black man in the quarter.
What's his name? I'll invite him to live here.
Animal, I was with a man.
You're not that corrupt. I wish you were.
Please. Just tonight. Leave me alone.
Get your clothes off. It can be anger, as long as it's lively for a change.
Got me sweaty, Master. Take a little bath, Master. You're not in a hurry, is you, Master? Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you moan. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you moan. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Get your clothes on. Take hold of me good and pleasure me, Nathan.
Make me forget my black man. Take me. Give it to me. You know how corrupt I am, don't you? Because I enjoy you, Nathan. I enjoy you, Nathan. Don't I? Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Kill it, or I'll kill you.
Our way of life is very precious to me. I will do whatever is required to maintain it.
I feel the way most of you running your properties is shaking the graciousness out of our civilization. Mr. McKay wears out his darkies in 4 to 5 years. Mine live out their entire lifetime.
Then why do you have more runaways than all of us put together?
We'd better all understand this, darky we own, gentlemen. He's the only self-reproducing machine in the world. Got to know how to run him. I first met him in Africa as a young man when I ran a ship in the illegal slave-running trade, before I settled down here in the very legal slave-driving cotton trade. Boys, attend to the gentleman. I packed blacks into my ship until you couldn't walk the decks. Every morning we threw the dead and the rebellious overboard. They were not easy, those voyages, but we could turn a profit if we got 40% of them here alive. My library is always at your disposal. Volumes on all the aspects of human slavery. But I can spell it for you in this one magnificent sculpture, or in one story, which tells all one needs to know about the human being, in slavery or out. In the African trade, I met an old chief. I bought many of his people from him. Discussing handling slaves, he said, "Captain, in the soul of a free man, a little slavery and a lot weigh the same. So they do in the soul of a slave. So when you chain him, just as well chain him firm." Brilliant man. He was as black as coal. He'd find your views, Mr. Bennett, romantic, dangerous. I know you all wonder why I keep these things in my house. They make you uncomfortable. Me too. That's why I keep them here. Ivory, stone, wood, bronze. Don't gawk, boy. Get that tray filled. Boy! Did you hear me?
Yes, master.
Don't talk back to me. Replenish the tray. I just ordered a darky out of this room. Do you know anything about him? From his facial characteristics, his people probably came from the Songhai tribe, the area around Timbuktu. 300 years ago, they had a university there, where the most delicate operations were performed for cataracts of the eye. People came from all over the world to have their sight restored by these extraordinary black surgeons. I believe origins can crop up even after 10 generations, unless they're kept weeded out. What do we create? Surgeons? Sculptors? Or niggers?
Boy, would you come here with that? Unless Mr. McKay intends on getting us inebriated. Occurs to me maybe we ought to get inebriated.
Oh, Miss Bennett, you're just too cute.
Gentlemen, husbands, and Mr. McKay. Y'all always taking such delicate care of us white ladies. always keeping us locked up out of the sunlight. I mean, we can't pick no cotton in the drawing room. Well, our men can't hardly get to us when they need us. Big house always such a long ways from the cotton. And they're so impetuous, bless their little old hearts.
That's no way of talking from this child.
Now, Mignon, she's big enough to have her husband lock her up in the big house.
I just can't understand Mr. Bennett allowing you to ride around the countryside. My husband wouldn't let me 100 yards away from the house. Not with all those black bucks around. You know they're animals.
Black animals, Mignon. Contrasting them, of course, to those of the other pigmentation.
I resent any implication that Mr. Murdoch...
I mean, no, Mignon. It's only everybody else's husband plants seeds in all that black earth and reaps all those yellow crops. Mississippi gentlemen only interested in cotton and the church. Oh, but those other states. They say the best blood of Virginia can be found in the slave markets at New Orleans.
You are outrageous.
Outrageous is ladies smiling and keeping quiet.
Mr. McKay, I wish to disassociate myself from your scholarship. To obtain maximum service even from a horse. One gentleton.
Horses don't want to overthrow the system in which they live, Mr. Bennett. And it may well be that it is you who threatens our civilization. There's a darky saying I'm very fond of. I collect them. Darky says, I'm awful lazy at working for nothing. Why shouldn't he be? Are you going to give him a political disquisition, Mr. Bennett? When I want my darky to work 18 hours a day, 7 days a week at the height of the season, I tell him why he's going to do it. Only one reason. I can make him. Now, you're no less a slaver because you give him Sunday off. And let him listen to an incandescent white preacher tell him God wants him to work like a horse and neigh for his master. I can tell him myself. And he'll believe me. Every plantation ought to work in the style of the most profitable. For the sake of our system. Or let me buy them out. Either one, as the darkies say. Unless our Rhode Island representative wishes to outbid me.
I think that Mr. McKay is winning. I think he's going to destroy your peculiar institution faster than anybody. But then I'm a foreigner here. And we won't begin studying the economics of slavery until next semester. So really, it's not within my competence.
It better be. What would you do if we suddenly freed all our slaves, even before you finished your sophomore year in slavery? Suppose we sent them all north tomorrow. Would you be glad to feed, house, clothe, educate, even employ them? How many of your churches, schools, businesses, and social institutions would be happy to take them to their hearts? You can arrange all that, young man, with or without Christian charity. I'll give all my slaves to you. But until then, gentlemen, we have them.
First, I serve you.
I thought stealing was beneath your dignity.
But this ain't stole. Today, Master called me a machine. How can a machine steal? All afternoon, the masters kept talking about people like me.
They made me understand what you've been saying all along. It ain't God's way for a slave to help him. God wouldn't have made a man if he wanted a machine, now would he?
I tell you, Jericho, you and Esther been the Christians all the time, not me.
You black bastards love me! Because I make things work. The hell else is there? Bennett. He could lick a nigger woman and laugh, except with his tongue. Wait! I entertained made speeches. Told coon stories. I deserve some entertainment.
Now, you Mississippi gladiators, let's see how much you love me. Let's see what you got for masters of culture.
Life only got one meaning for me now. Get little Esther to freedom. God telling me we're going to make it. Sent help already, Miss Julia. Now we're going after Cassie.
Cassie?
Got to get her out of here. Esther needs it too.
Time comes when a man's got to say it. He don't know nothing yet. When he's got to start doing and not just asking the Lord.
I'll say amen to that. I'm getting to be like you. I promised little Esther. First chance we get, we gonna haul ass to freedom.
You wanted love from a slave woman. Now I'm gonna love you. And free you. Cassie, leave me alone. Cassie, leave me alone, I say.
Don't be a fool. You won't have this plantation hanging.
Big talk, a big nigger.
Listen, where does McKay keep his papers?
Papers?
Bill of sales for slaves, things like that. We need manumission papers, too.
What are you talking about?
Cassie, we're gonna run.
$8 miles and 4 patrollers to a mile. Everyone caught Nathan kills. I wish I'd run the first minute I got here. Maybe he'd have killed us instead of my having to do it for him. Will he kill us? Maybe. Luke doesn't say we're gonna make it, Eveline. He only says we're gonna try. I can forge papers for us, but they won't fool the patrollers between here and the Natchez Road. They know me, and they know Nathan. So we've got to get them off that road. Make them think we've escaped in the opposite direction, into the swamp. But will Nathan believe? Don't worry about Nathan. We're leaving next Tuesday, when he'll be down at the Woodley plantation. Luke wants us to leave our shoes where they'll be sure to find them, and then we double back to the house. Cassie, I'm so afraid. Then don't come. Julia, Next Tuesday, Luke wants Eveline and me to hide here in the attic while you ring the alarm bell. And as soon as you get the patrols down to the swamp, Jericho will burn the cotton barn.
With cotton burning, they'd be too busy to see us drive off to the Natchez Road. We head for the river. Understand? Huh? You wait too long, you get scared of trying. Bible says it's the time for everything. We just got to hope this is our time.
You ever know a slave escaped?
My mama told me her brother did.
From Mississippi?
No, but that don't mean...
Most don't make it.
Oh, but we will. I just know.
You better know we probably won't.
No sense thinking about that, Cassie.
That little baby we're taking's only one long to think about that.
Now, when I was a boy, we had a mean master. You know what he done? He used to make the slaves eat every tobacco worm left on the leaves, and that's the truth. Slaves burned old master's barn down. We young'uns, we bust the bottoms out of the buckets. Come the fire, they couldn't scoop up spit. I mean spit.
That's where the bottom land begins. Man can double his fortune in a year with one crop here. 3 years, and I'll build a great house so splendid they'll have to move the parish ball from Gonna make you the overseer of the Woodley plantation. Keep Charlie at the old place. I still haven't given up the idea of breaking Luke in as a driver. Luke, must be joking, Shadrach. I can send him over here to give you competition. Keep you on your toes. I didn't pay $1,200 for a common field hand, Shadrach.
Master think Luke make a good driver. Guess Master must trust Luke more than anybody. Must be that why Luke loud in the big house in the middle of night Sunday.
Luke, he took me to my cabin.
Where was I?
Cassie was there with Luke. Well, Shorty took care of Master. Shadrach, he was so drunk that night.
We'll go to Woodley's next Tuesday. One bad nigger can spoil a whole plantation.
Yes? Is your master at home?
No,
When do you expect him?
tonight.
Tell her to tell her master Mrs. Bennett bought a little thank you present for Sunday. Put the heifer in the barn, Luther.
Here's the flint. I know you've been wanting to set a fire for a right long time, but just be sure you wait until all the patty rollers are in place.
Run, everybody! Rise to the big house right now!
we don't find them.
What's going on here?
Lord, here don't barely find their women gone. You gotta catch them.
See a black woman right now. Don't let nobody out. Let's go.
Listen to you, Charlie. Go every which way, and everybody know go just one way.
Which way?
Into the swamp, into the swamp.
Mr. McKay gonna be mighty upset lose those two.
Ain't been long gone. I seen them disappear. He's back. Lord, what am I gonna do?
I hear 2 black sculptures flew off your walls, Mr. McKay.
What?
Your Cassie. They're hunting for her down at the swamp.
Thank you, Miss Bennett.
When will I find that me on the shoulder? Stop crying. They got to fire the barn.
Look there, Master.
Cassie shoes, Master.
You fool. Kathy wouldn't go 2 feet into a swamp to get to heaven. Take her to the stable. Then check to see that all the horses and carriages are there.
I can hear him laughing at us.
Anderson, make sure all the roads are guarded and have been guarded since I left. Shadrach, call the slaves together. Find out if anyone else is missing. The women wouldn't leave by themselves.
We'll buy your time now.
Get together by a cabin so I can see all your happy faces. Here?
Why didn't you ask me where they are, Nathan?
Matter concerns my plantation. No one else, Mrs. Bennett.
Fire, Jericho. Fire. Fire.
Jensen, your boys all here?
Sorry to say they is.
All the horses there, Master. And the carriages, too. But, Master, somebody put the harness on the carriage team.
You look so worried, Shadrach. Why don't you just take it off?
Got here as quick as we could, Mr. McKay. There's only 2 missing, sir.
Mislaid, Mr. Taylor, just mislaid.
So what do you want to do about it?
Do? They haven't left the plantation.
Well, we'll find them easy.
I prefer to let them find us. To be masters, gentlemen, we must train the blacks to do our work. We can't create a single nigger without a little help from them.
What are you doing? I'm telling you. What are you doing? Where you taking me? You're making a mistake. I ain't gonna like this. I'm telling you. I ain't gonna.
Got him, Mr. McKay. He tried to run away.
Now, where'd I go?
Headed for the cotton barn.
Just standing apart to relieve myself, Master.
Any information you'd like to relieve yourself of?
No, Master.
Take him to the tree.
Now, what the hell he think he gonna get out of a tree and me? If I knew anything, he think he's scared out of me?
Good plan you had, boy. Almost worked. But as you can see, I have a considerable advantage over you. Quite an army, isn't it? I want you to see how much the tree helps me find out what darkness means. When the thighs begin to get warm, it's astonishing how much they have to say.
never finished. I'd sure like to piss on that tree for Massa hang me on it. If you don't let me, I might just fly right in your face. Oh, I'm a good-hearted nigga. I hate everybody, especially Massa. Massa say, my niggas all have to show me one that ain't, and I'll give you $10. Be worth that much to hang that biggity bastard. You can't burn 'em out.
You don't know nothing. Cut him down. Tie him to the tool shed. I'm not dispatching a defiant darky to hell just because he wants to die. It's hot here in the sun. Come inside.
Settle, gentlemen. It would be my pleasure to offer you a drink.
Under the laws of the United States and the black codes of Mississippi, any slave who aids in the escape of other slaves, I have a right to kill. But what good would that do me? The rule down here: buy a slave at market and he doesn't work out, get your money back from the auctioneer. But you have to keep the slave. Since that's the last thing I want to do with you, let's think of something else. I have a rule of thumb, kind of a code of honor. If I can break a man, I've got a right to pick up the pieces. If I can't, I let him go. They tell me you have a wife back in Kentucky. Cassie's been with me for 9 years. We've gotten pretty used to each other. Money. Manumission papers. Enough to buy back your wife and family. Never thought you'd get freed here, did you? Well, I never thought I'd be bargaining with a darky. All right. Now, put your whole head into understanding what I'm going to say. There are no runaways on my plantation. I won't tolerate even one. Not if I have to kill half my darkies to keep the other half mine. But I can free anybody. What do you say?
About what, Master?
Tell me where Cassie is.
Can't Master find her?
In 5 minutes. But I want her the way she was. Which means I have to cut you and the notion of running out of her.
I don't think you will succeed in that, Master. I also have some advantages over you.
You've got a little power, boy. Enough that I'm willing to bargain with you, but not enough that I'm willing to let you win. Follow me. Darky here tried to help other slaves run. He's new. Didn't know no one ever escapes from my plantation. He knows that now. But he doesn't know that I'm not going to make him help me. You are. Because if he doesn't, you're going to pay for it. You're going to curse the day this darky was born. Just want him to know your lives, as well as his, are at stake here.
Master's right. As long as he's got black drivers to drive and black slaves to betray one another, this bondage ain't gonna never end.
All right, darky. Where is Cass?
Where is Cass, Master? Cass and that baby. They way you ain't gonna never lay your hands on them again.
You black bastard!
We gonna bust this bondage. If it takes 100 years, we gonna protect one another. We gonna love one another. We gonna take care of one another. Our God is a freedom God.
You know we will never see each other again. You know it's true. Never, Lord. Never, never. And I just can't stand it. I just can't stand it.
Stupid nigger. Think you can take those two women away from me? Find them. Find them now.
We bury Luke first.
Ain't that fool see? Luke been dead some time now.
Find those two women. You hear me? Get on with the search. Every barn, every shed, every field.
I want to help you.
Are you sister?
I'm a chattel, too.
My cousin will take you north.
Cotton barn on fire.
Forget the women. Water. Water, everybody.
Tell me. Never mind. Hold still, Jericho.
Forget the cotton. It's too late. After the women. On your way. Shadrach, Charlie, find them or you'll all go back to the fields. Gentlemen, out onto the road. Stop every wagon, every carriage. $10 to the darky, 20 to the white man who finds it. On your way.
The road to the river and flush the woods.
Brother Luke's gone home to glory, Jesus. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, he's free at last. You hear me, Luke? You died pretty. You died like a man's supposed to die.
Don't you know?
We ain't free yet. They'll chase us all the way to Canada. I knows them. If we ever get the freedom, it better be worth it.
Everything's in hand, gentlemen. Nothing's changed. Nothing really has happened. There are always plenty of niggers in the world.
When your fields come up wide, you call that cotton. When the furrows grow green, call it sugar cane. your sweet breath.